Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, it is another trans related video. Today I just kind of want to talk about like getting misgendered and like how that can like feel. I mean, if you're like a trans woman, then like you know how it can feel, and then maybe like this video can like make you feel like less alone. So I had a situation like yesterday actually. I was at work and I was just doing my little thing, and there's an esthetician where I work, and she had a client, and this girl was so cute, so small, so petite, beautiful long hair, nice fake eyelashes, you know, just doing the damn thing. So cute, I'm here for it. And then I didn't really speak to her at all, actually, so she didn't hear my voice. I didn't even interact with her. I literally didn't even look at her, like, face to face. It was more just, like, in, like, distance, and, like, when I was, like, walking around the store and whatever, I was just, like, had noticed her. So she was talking to my coworker about me and kept referring to me as he, and kept saying he, and then, but, like, was asking if it should be she or he, but was still saying he. So like was like, oh my god, he or she, and then my coworker would be like she, and she would, yeah, so he, like, it was just like blatantly rude, and like, yes, it's like disrespectful and whatever, and she's somebody that's like worked in the cosmetic industry for a long time actually, and has worked at other like just a lot of big brands, so you think that you would definitely be exposed to that, but also you should know, just as like general courtesy as like a human, like not to do that. Like obviously you know what I present as, like don't do that, but she did. And my coworker, we're friends, and she comes up to me after and was just kind of like talking to me about it, and she wasn't saying it out of like any like ill will or like any like disrespect towards me. She was just like being my friend, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't trying to be rude, and that's totally fine, and like I get that, and I'm not upset with her, but like when she told me, it just like really hit home for me, because I feel like lately I've been like really hard on myself with that type of stuff, and like being passable and like being confident and doing all of that. And like, yeah, it's like, okay, like cool, like I make a YouTube video and like I'm like, oh my god, you need to do this and you need to be confident, and if anyone else can't fucking do that for you, then like fuck them, and like you do you, you know, like you're the only one that you have, which is all true, and I do support that, and I do have that sometimes, but just recently it's just been like really hard for me. And so I'm gonna be like really vulnerable on here, and I'm like gonna be very open and honest with you guys, and like that's what I want my channel to be, is I want it to be very transparent, I want it to be very open and honest, and I want it to be just as authentic as I possibly can be. So I'm being very vulnerable when I'm telling this story, so please don't be fucking mean. And so when she told me that, it kind of hit home a little bit, and it kind of hit me a little bit hard, and I like kind of felt like I was fine. And then I stepped into the office, and I just had to sit down for a minute. I really just had to sit down for a minute, and I really just had to like collect my thoughts, because I knew I wasn't like okay. Like I knew I felt very off, very nervous. I started to get very anxious, and I felt my heart beating faster, and I just felt like I felt it, you know, like I like it was happening. I was trying to collect myself and get myself together, because I had to go back out on the sales floor, and we have a mirror in there. And I just like looked in the mirror, and then I just like looked at myself, and I just started like bawling my eyes out. Like I was crying so hard, and which was making me even more upset, because I was upset that I was even like letting that happen at work, and like I didn't want anyone to like see me like be so vulnerable and like upset, just because it's like not the place, it's like not professional, and also like I just like don't want to be perceived as like weak, you know? As I'm fucking telling this to the internet, I don't even know. And so I cried, and then I would stop, and then I cried again, and I would stop, cry again, and then I stopped. It kind of went on for like a good 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and I felt like so alone. Like I felt so empty. I felt so alone. I felt so numb. I felt disrespected. I felt just like trash. And I was looking in the mirror and I was hating what I was seeing. It's like you put in all this work, you put in all this time, you put in all this effort, you put in all this money, all this energy to be passable, to be beautiful, to finally like show what's on the inside, on the outside, like to be just who you want to be. And I've done so much, and it's like have fucking dedicated my life to this. Like this is my life. Like yes, you see me for 5 minutes in passing, but like there have been years and hours of like dedication and mood swings and money and just like emotional efforts and just so many things to like get to where I am right now. And I feel like just so like just disrespected when someone just misgenders you like that. And like she knew, and she was just doing it to be rude. And I don't know if she thought that it was funny. I don't know if she thought that, you know, my coworkers would like get in on it. I don't know like what it was. And like maybe she wasn't even doing it out of malicious intent. Maybe, you know, she was just like, oh, is it she or he? And then was like, just forgot. I don't know. You know, I don't know. And I don't want to like speak trash about her. Like it shows a lot about your character. It was a big self-reflection moment for me. You need to get it together a bit. Like you need to really focus on yourself. You really need to have that confidence. Like why are you going to let someone who doesn't even know you, who hasn't even spoken to you, have such a large effect on your day, on your life? And after I was done crying, I just felt so numb. I literally felt numb. I didn't want to speak to anybody. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to help customers. I didn't want to be there. And I just kind of felt like I was on the verge of tears for like the next hour after that. And it was just really hard. And when someone does that to you, it gets in your head, you know, because clearly she saw me. And when she saw me, she thought man. Like she thought transgender. It's like she sees me and then that's what she thinks. How she registered me as a person. She didn't register me and just be like, oh my god, what a pretty girl. It was like, wow, she's a tranny. And that's like, and I use the word tranny and like it's such a derogatory term and I never like to fucking use that, but like that's how I'm envisioning her perceiving me. It's hard because then it's like for the rest of the day, for like the evening, like I went out and like my friends really wanted me to come out, so I went out and decided to hang out with them because I felt like maybe I needed it. Like I felt like if I just like went home, then it would have gotten worse. But it's just, it's hard because then I'm thinking for the rest of that night when I went out at work, every person that was meeting me, every person that I was talking to, every single person I was just interacting with or seeing me was thinking that and was thinking, wow, she's just transgender. Wow, she kind of did okay, but like still kind of looks like a man. Like, and that's really hard because it's like, I've just tried so fucking hard and it's like, I don't want to be seen as that. And I think you try so hard to be passable and it's like, okay, then everyone else is just like being nice. Then it's like everyone thinks that. So everyone knows that you're transgender. It's just like really difficult. And it like hurts a lot. And I think I just need to like work on the whole confidence thing, practice what you preach, you know? I don't know. I know that this is like a common thing for trans women, and I think it happens to like a lot of us. And I think that that's the hard thing, is because I look at someone like Nikita Dragon, I look at someone like Gigi Gorgeous, I look at someone like Blair White, and I think, damn, that probably doesn't happen to them. Like, they probably don't experience that. And that's amazing for them. Truly. Like, that's an amazing, like, I can't imagine. I mean, like, I can to a certain extent. It doesn't happen a lot, but, like, when it does, typically I can brush it off and just move on. But for some reason, like, lately in the time that I've been having with myself and everything, like, it's just really difficult. I don't know, it just felt very alone. So I want to make this video for any trans girls that watch me, that, like, you're not alone, and it happens. I mean, I've been on hormones for 3 years now. I've been on hormones for 3 years. Gotten stuff done to my face. Like, I've really glowed up, you could say. I definitely have come a long way in my transition, 100%. And it's still happening, and I hate to be like, oh my god, there's no hope. Like, so fucking depressing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this made you feel less alone, or, you know, if you're not trans, it gave you like a realistic depiction of like what it's like. Not like what it's like, but like what it feels like, and like how much it hurts, and like how hard it is, and how frustrating it is, and how, you know, disrespectful it is. I don't know, guys, this was a pretty depressing video. I wasn't trying to make it depressing. I was just like trying to share my experiences in my life, and like that's what I've said from the beginning, is I want this channel to like be transparent and be open and be raw and be honest and real. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope that you guys like enjoy this content. I mean, it's not me like being sarcastic and overdramatic and like doing my makeup, or like unboxing a nice bag, or telling a fun transgender story time that's like wild and crazy and like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me, and it's like very real and raw. And I think that that's really good, and I want to do that with you guys more, you know, and talk about it. Because I could have very easily just brushed over this and not spoken about it, and just been like, oops, well, whatever happened to me, and like had this big emotional breakdown, and then I could have sat down to film today and was like, guys, so what we're gonna talk about is like, you need to be confident, you need to do your own thing, and da-da-da-da. And like yesterday I was crying. So I just really want to like be real and practice what I preach, and I'm definitely gonna work on that, and work on like not letting something like that affect me, and like figure out why it's affecting me so deep, and like work on those reasons, and like just be confident and like own it and be who I am, you know. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I mean, I'm like kind of confused, so subscribe. Okay, guys, Illy.